Hey guys, back and we are playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. We're going to be checking out a prestige reward in this stream. This is, it's season 3. They added this prestige reward, but should be available to you even beyond season 3. Uh, but there is a little bit of grinding, quite a lot of grinding to get to this one if you haven't been playing the game or limited playtime. So let's go ahead and see what needs to be done. So with season 3, they added the new set of prestige ranks from rank 10 to 13. And should you complete prestige rank 13 level 650, or at least get to this point, I don't think it's completed. I think it's getting to this point. You get a blueprint, Supreme Killer, for the Holger 556 assault rifle. Now, just a heads up, even though they added these prestige ranks in season 3, so this became only available in season 3, you should be able to earn this beyond. As long as you hit this milestone, you should be unlocking this blueprint, as far as I know. Now, obviously, things could change after the primary year of this game's life ends. So maybe if you are interested in this blueprint, try to get to it sooner than later. But there isn't like a massive rush. Even if you can't get to it in season 3, if you get to it in season 4, 5, or 6, or whenever, you should still be earning this blueprint. But yeah, a bit of a grind. Obviously, you need to complete all the previous prestige ranks before getting to this one. You can't just skip to this and to earn this. But should you will earn the blueprint. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Holger 556 Supreme Killer. This is season 3 added prestige 13 rank 650 reward. Let's go ahead and preview it. So like I said, no rush to get to the blueprint. Obviously, after the game's life ends, they could change things around as far as the rewards go and who like whether you'll have access to it or not. So that's usually the like question mark. After the next game comes out, what will they do with the old game and how that works out? You never know. But at least while this game's going on, the primary the live service is active. Even if it's season 5 and you get to this rank, the blueprint will unlock for you. But yeah, visually it's only okay. I don't know if anyone's actively going to be like grinding to get to this particular reward. It is thematically similar to the other prestige rewards that we've been getting in the previous seasons or in the previous prestige ranks. But visually, it's only okay. I don't know if it's prestige worthy, in my opinion. Not even totally certain. I presume that's a bird that is in the design element. Like a bird of prey, possibly, or something like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. Could be something else. But yeah, Blueprint comes with only 4 attachments, and you do have 1 open slot to do with as you please. The muzzle is the Shadow Strike Suppressor, undetectable by radar. Slate Reflector for an optic, precision sight picture. RB Adel Assault Stock, recoil control, gun kick control at the cost of aim down sight speed. And the SL Skeletal Vertical Grip, aim down sight speed, vertical recoil, sprint to fire speed, gun kick control at the cost of hip fire and tack stand spread and horizontal recoil. So yeah, this is the build. This is what you get. If you decide to change things around, this is what it's going to look like. Muzzle attachments. Barrels. Unfortunately, if you change the barrel, you will lose a large chunk of the design element of the blueprint. Lasers. Optics. I'm not going to go through all the optics. These are close enough to what the bulk will look like. Let's do like one scope, I guess, big scope. Stocks. Grip. Magazine. Ammunition won't change anything visually. And underbarrels. So yeah, that's the blueprint the way you get it. And if you decide to change around attachments, these are the stats for the blueprint. Movement speeds at 4.8 m-s. This is the camo coverage. The design elements actually do come through in some of these base camos. Like it sort of comes through, you can see it. So depending on like which base camo you choose, you might be able to create something interesting with it. Unfortunately, Mastery Camos takes over the blueprint and sort of like removes any of those design elements on the body of the weapon. Zombies. Like this one looks good. So you can definitely do something interesting with the blueprint if you find the right, you know, base camo. Even this one's kind of interesting. So it changes the like white outline to like a black. So maybe some of the camos can do that. And if you find the right one, it'll look good. But similarly to the like mastery camos, the zombie masteries also kind of remove the blueprint's design element. This is the prestige camo. And solid colors, it does something a little strange. It kind of like dulls the outlining a lot, so it becomes a little more faded in, a little harder to see. So it might not be as valuable as some of the other base camos. Yeah, so that's the blueprint. Let's go ahead and jump in and try it out. Yeah, I mean, I think visually and like, they have stuck to this prestige theme as far as the blueprints go. Every season they add the new set of prestiges, and when you hit that kind of like max seasonal prestige rank, you get a blueprint. It's not every prestige, right? So it's every like 4 or 5, I don't know, whatever, right? 4, I think, whatever they add to the season. So there's, I think, only been like 3 so far. This is the 3rd one. And they've all been in this kind of thematic design where they have it. Looks okay. Again, think they could have put a little bit more effort considering it's supposed to be something special, a prestige reward, right? After grinding the game out so much, one would think some of the rewards would be fitting to that level of commitment. Yeah, this is too far gone. Like build-wise, this doesn't look too bad, but based on what I've been looking at other people's build, these aren't ideal attachments. Not all of them, at least. Like I think this is a common attachment. I like the slate reflector. The Shadow Strike suppressor is a good suppressor. Skeletal vertical grip is a good grip under barrel. But I think as far as meta build for the Holger, there are different attachments that you'd probably want to switch up to. Like all in all, like I think technically it's a good build. Like as far as attachments, they're not horrible attachments. But when you're looking at it more in line with what the blueprint needs, I mean the weapon needs, might not be quite what you're looking for. Dude, what am I stuck on? Ah.
Mission failed. Return to base.
The second stream of the day. Second stream of the day. You know, I was thinking about something you were talking about, like the controller yesterday, right? And you were asking if people would use like the Xbox controller or the PlayStation, the Pros. I realized why they use the PlayStation controller. Just shortly a while back, they had to play their pro games on the PlayStation. So a lot of them actually got used to playing on a PlayStation controller. Way back in the day, like when Xbox was like the sponsor kind of thing of the COD games, like they used to play on the Xbox, and most of them played on the Xbox controllers, like layout. But yeah, it's because they used to. It's because they used to play on the PlayStation. Yeah. They all like switched to like PlayStation became the sponsor, like, or kind of like, that's why we have exclusive like bundles and stuff on the PlayStation. It's because they kind of like. Yeah, way back in the day, like it used to be the Xbox sponsor, and they used to play on those controllers. I totally spaced it, but that is the reason. Probably. Kids, and also on the pro scene, they used to need to play on the PlayStation console. Plus, there's a lot of like early access stuff and all back in the day. So it made more sense that they probably had PlayStation over the. Like, I would wager they probably needed to play with, like... Only recently they switched over to, like, the PC as the... I play 4K, but I just found out my TV doesn't do 4K properly when I'm at 128 hertz. Like it has this like weird 4K at 120 hertz. So I'm planning on upgrading my TV. Like if it's at 60 hertz, it does 4K properly. But like when I'm at 120, it does this weird thing on the vertical where it's not properly 4K. So I am planning on upgrading it so I'll get 120 4K proper. But whenever I'm playing 60, like it is 4K. But of late, I've been playing 120 on most of these multiplayer, the competitive stuff. It's 4K like horizontally, but vertically it's like not. They do something weird. So like the longer range gunfights that I have, it's not proper. Like I can't see it properly. Like it's not proper 4K. It's kind of stupid, man. Like they were very like shady about like explaining that. This is one of the old Sony like TVs. Like it was supposed to be 4K 120, but they didn't really mention that it's not proper 4K at 120, only 4K at 60, and at 120 it's some other nonsense. C3. I mean, I don't know if I have enough money to buy like the super high-end 4K 120 TVs. It'll probably be a middle range TV. It'll probably be just another Sony TV, but this time it'll have 4K 120. I like Sony as a brand. They're pretty reliable and their TVs are really good. It's just like sometimes I feel like they're a little bit behind as far as LG is better. 2.2 lakhs. That is kind of above. That's beyond what I'm willing to pay at the moment. Like the Sony TV, I think is like 1.5 or something. God, what a dork. Dude, this neighbor dog doesn't stop, man. This game is stuttering. Yeah, the game is stuttering a lot. Dude, this dog is pissing me off, man. Just doesn't stop.
Cluster mine detected.
Oh, it's a fucking sentry gun.
The enemy holds the lead. Clock ticking. Hostile UAV in the area. Copy. UAV orbiting the area. Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO. Hostile counter UAV overhead. Hostile mosquito is online. Mosquito deployed. Moving here. Hostiles deployed a mosquito. Enemy UAV active.
Hey.
We're getting hit hard. Hostile remote turret is active. Hostile mosquito is online. Hostile cluster mine active.
Yeah, this is kind of rough.
Mission failed. Return to base.
Yeah, just 1 minute. This neighbor dog is fucking non-stop barking, dude. Anyway, that's the gun, the way you get it, and with Mastery Camo. Dude, this neighbor dog's just going on, man. I asked them to like go talk to them and see what's going on, man. This is not stopping. Anyway, this is my build with the blueprint. It actually maintains the blueprint pretty nicely with my build. Looks okay. Slate reflector, RB Addle assault stock. This is when I did the camo grind, so it's been a while. I actually probably would change some things around, but 40 round mag, FTAC hand stop, MSP 98, and the Hemres mod suppressor. Yeah, I definitely would probably change things around, but I don't want to because I don't know. I don't use these guns enough after I finish the camo grind, so there's no point in me like updating my build or something like that because I probably won't use the gun anyway. Let's find a camo that look good on it. What? Oh. Yeah, let's go with this. I know. Instead of getting the computer TV, I should just build. Like, the reason I won't get a PC right now is because of my cats. I'll have to place the PC somewhere else, and I don't want to do that. I would rather just play in my room at the moment. Maybe once I move out, which won't be for several years, I'll consider buying a PC setup. Like, I have an apartment. If I move into the apartment, then I'll probably set up a PC setup. Oh, it will make me better at the game, dude. I can assure you. But I'll tell you one thing. The other major issue with like gaming in India is the connections. We don't have any proper servers in our region, at least for COD. So it's always going to be dog shit and experience, no matter how good your setup is. I honestly should stop playing COD more than anything else and play something else. I might actually stop covering the game the way I am. Like showcasing, like the reason I'm doing this, like I'm pushing to like complete like some of these streams of late is because I'm actually thinking this might be the last year where I actually showcase a lot of this stuff. Like the Master of Mastery streams that I do, this will probably be the last year I do those. A lot of these blueprints, this will also probably be the last year I start showcase some of this stuff. 1 minute. Dude, there's no one in this neighbor's house. Even the watchman is not there apparently. Yeah, I don't want to play. I don't want to play shift, man. So they've left the dog outside in the garden. There's no one there, and he's just barking his head off the whole day. Like I don't even know if anyone's living there at the moment. I think it's just supposed to be a watchman that's supposed to be at the gate, and it looks like he's not even bothered. He's left, locked up and left. You know, I have an actual friend that is a very high ranked in ranked mode. But I don't know how, I don't know. Jeez, look at the score on this. 0 for 95. Should have just stayed in the shipment game. Like, he's very high ranked, but not top 250 or anything like that. No, I mean, if these games, like, actually the joke is, like, Battlefield does have pretty good servers in our region. Like, EA, they have servers in the Asia region that are decent. Yeah, he's Crimson or something like that. Or he might not have reached Crimson, I don't know. But he's definitely good enough to. It's just COD has really bad servers, and then on top of that, they don't have servers in our region. No, like nothing close by. We're always connecting to either like Chinese servers or like Middle Eastern servers. They do have, I think, like Singapore servers and stuff like that, but we never connected those for some reason. And then on top of that, like you have like this season, the servers are extra bad. So on top of just bad connections, you have like packet bursts and all that's definitely happening, but it's not being showcased. This looks cool, man. Know what? I had first shots, I didn't miss, and he still outgunned me.
The enemy's taken the lead. Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
There's a lot of lag. I think there's like bullets not registering.
Enemy UAV active. Hostile UAV in the area.
Oh. There's two of them. I didn't know where the other one was properly. I wanna challenge.
Enemy UAV active.
That guy was a bit shady.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Pretty sure I have Ghost on, but I could be wrong.
Enemy UAV active. Hostile UAV in the area.
Wee. I do have Ghost on, man. How am I being spotted so quickly?
Friendly ammo box here. Enemy UAV active.
This guy is definitely shady.
Moving here. One minute remaining. Hostile UAV in the area.
Even this guy. He shouldn't have known. I wouldn't have shown up on the UAV. I think these guys are cheating.
Remain. Moving here. Seconds remaining.
Yeah, these guys are shady. These guys are shady.
Mission compromised. We failed.
Yeah, this is my build. It's okay. It's actually not that bad. I do think the like enemies were a little bit on the shady side. But more than that, it was just really hard to see enemies on that map. I don't think it was more. It was more just me not being able to see them. Like, it's tough. All right, for the next build, we're going to use a guest build. This is Exclusive's accuracy build for the Holger 556. It's a really old build, so I'm sure he might change things around now. I don't know, with the different attachments that have become available. Now, he does use a different optic. I'm just going to use the slate reflector. But if you want exactly Exclusive Ace's build, he uses the MK3 reflector. But it's really optic of your choice. The RB Addled Assault Stock. The Morn 20 Grip. FTAC SP10 Angled Grip. And the T51R Billeted Brake. So this is more of an accuracy build, like it should be pretty accurate as it states. Let's see, let's find a camo for this one. Like obviously the darker camos is what I'm looking for because that's what makes this pop, right? Like the lighting, I mean the lining. This looks kind of cool. Like, I like this one, but like we just went red, so let's go green on this one. Yeah. Like I think this would probably be more in line with a decent build. Like when I remember when I did my build for this one, I was super like I think I just finished the MTC like the MTZ 556, and this was like a really good attachment that made the movement amazing on it. But in reality, I'd probably not care so much about the movement on this one as much as I might want something else. It was actually a decent build though. It was a decent build. It wasn't horrible. Yeah, dude, like people don't understand. When you connect to a server that far away, you're always going to be at a bit of a disadvantage. You're always going to be a bit of a disadvantage. Like Americans, okay, they complain when they're playing on servers on like if they're on the West Coast and they're playing on the East Coast servers, or vice versa, East Coast playing on the West Coast servers. For them, that's too high a ping. Where like the servers are still in their country, but just that amount of distance where it's not even across an ocean and all, that's too much for them. Like they're like, oh, it's so laggy. Why are we connecting to these far servers in the East Coast or West Coast or whatever, right? To me, that's laughable. It's like, dude, our minimum good connection is across the ocean. We have to go across the ocean. The Chinese servers are awful. Like, they're really bad. At least the Middle East servers are better. But like, dude, I don't think I've gotten like this whole stream, at least this one, I don't think I've seen a game below 100 and whatever, 18 ping or whatever, 100 and something ping. Last stream we got like some lower connections, I think, but even those were like jank. Yeah, you can already feel this packet burst on this one. I might back out.
Moving here. Disregard.
Servers in India are rough for Call of Duty.
Enemy
Dude, what? Shit. That was my fault. I pressed the wrong button. I misclicked.
Hostile UAV in the area. Hostile care package incoming.
Eeh. Sniper.
Hostile mosquito is online.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online. Counter UAV is offline.
moving here.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
Mark the target.
The enemy holds the lead. Clock ticking. Moving.
Oh, the sniper.
Looking here.
Oh, I think my cat knocked out the signal for a second. Dude, they took it out so fast, really? This is a really good build. I mean, I know US is a big country, and it is quite a distance, East Coast, West Coast. But it doesn't change the fact that, like, traversing an ocean is significantly going to cause significant more lag than traversing a country.
Enemy movement spotted.
Teammate, please tell me you're doing something up there.
Enemy UAV active.
Huh?
1 minute remaining.
Copy. What's your tally at?
30 seconds remain. Warning, deploy the mosquito. Ten seconds remaining. Mission failed. Return to base.
Did the stream cut out for a second? Like, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, exclusives accuracy build, pretty decent. It's probably better than mine. It's actually better than mine, way better than mine. I'd probably recommend his over mine. All right, for this last build, we're going to be checking out a Warzone build. This is actually a Season 3 long-range Warzone build. YouTuber is TrueGameData, so I'll link him in the description if you guys want to check him out. He breaks down weapons and checks out stats, and he does like super deep dives into weapons and like their builds and all that. So definitely would trust him for a good Warzone build. Now, might not be his main like preferred long range Warzone build, long range meta Warzone build. I don't know if this is a long range or is this like a support, long range support build. I don't know. But yeah, this is one of them that he recommended his build. Cheerios, I don't know, 6-match barrel, the VT7 Spitfire suppressor, the Bruin heavy support grip, 40 round mag, and then the RB Adel assault stock. Let's go ahead and throw another camo on there. The camo coverage is actually pretty cool. We've gotten some pretty cool designs going with this so far. Let's see, maybe one of these special. Oh no, these are taking over the blueprint too much. Poison 4. See this one? No, this is. Oh wait, this one. Oh, he doesn't have a barrel. That's why. I was like, oh, why is like the face disappearing? Okay, forget it. Who cares about camo? Let's just try it out. Again, trying it out in multiplayer, but this is his recommended Warzone build. Let me tell you. I can tell you what he labeled this as. Season 3 Reloaded Long Range Meta. So yeah, Rebirth Island and Battle Royale action. So it's a pretty recent build of his. Again, he gave few options. So I don't know if this is on the top of his list, but it is one of the meta recommended.
Deploy the counter UAV.
I'm just backing out, dude. They've triple capped these clowns and I don't know what on earth is going on. I wanted to see the stats for that previous game, but I was more concerned. Oh, is it? Yeah. I mean, that makes sense, I guess. Whenever I'm playing with my friend in North India, there is also quite a bit of lag issues.
Hostile cluster mine active.
Jesus Christ. I don't know how, like, they keep putting me in these games, dude. It's been non-stop today. Non-stop, just garbage. Like, they had a 100-point lead, and I don't think we scored, like, more than 1 point or something in that one. Well, not we, but that team that I joined. I mean, it goes without saying, Call of Duty shows a massive level of disrespect to, like, a lot of countries, not just India, with, like, the lack of interest of giving us even, like, server options and stuff like that. But then top it off, they just generally have bad servers also. So even if, like, we're connecting to these distant servers, those servers are absolutely garbage, dude.
Domination. Capture all objectives. Keep them clear. Taking Bravo. We control Bravo. We're taking Alpha.
Dude, someone help with A. It is a good build, but I don't know if it's good for this map, man. I might actually back out of this one. I am gonna just back out of this one and we'll find another one. I'm just not feeling. Long range builds means like you don't want to be running around with it constantly. Like being caught in sprint outs, like, and then like have to like do close range nonsense with it, right? You want something close range for the close range, and let's find a map that works out better for this nonsense. Not Wasteland. We'll go Terminal. That's too long range. I mean, at least it sounds like they have a server, man. We don't even have a server in our country. The build is good. That's why I didn't want to play on that. Dude, jeez. Another 120 ping, dude. I'm genuinely going to stop playing this game. It's so fucking rubbish, these connections, dude. Just back to back to back, 100 ping, 100 ping, 100 ping. Either that or you get like a 90 ping, but like the game is almost over. 200 to 1. And I'm like supposed to like appreciate that connection or something like that, right? Dude, I got stuck behind her, man.
Moving here.
What is... No, get off this.
We've secured the lead. We have taken the lead. Ready to deploy.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO.
Oh. Dude. Fuck.
The enemy is taking the lead. We've secured the lead.
UAV is being refueled. RTB at this time.
Hostile Mosquito is online. Mission is half complete. Stay sharp. We've lost the lead. Friendly bomb drone active. Hostile VTOL overhead. Enemy marked. We have taken the lead. Friendly Mosquito active. Friendly cluster mine deployed. Friendly cluster mine planted.
Dude, are you kidding?
Friendly bomb drone is online.
Found their sniper.
Final minute.
There he is. Moving here. Moving here.
30 seconds left.
This is such a tight game.
Ten seconds.
Jeez, I didn't do well in that, but
Mission accomplished.
it's such a tight game. I didn't want to be like stupid trying to push for kills that I wouldn't get. I've heard there are like modems that can do that also. I mean, I don't care so much about gaming the system. I don't care so much about gaming the system. I don't want to be wasting money trying to get an advantage like that. I don't. Like, I don't have that much money to be spending. Oh, I can do this, I can do that to get around this corner or that corner, or these like imperfections. Dude, there are plenty of ways to get around SBMM also. I don't do it, like, because it doesn't. I would rather just stop playing the game than waste money on trash like that. If the game can't cater to like your region or like your enjoyment of whatever, it's not worth playing. This is a good build. TrueGameData is a good build, very good. The Iron Sights wasn't all that great. But you know what I've noticed in like COD, in particular, in a lot of games, in fact, it's not just COD. When you don't have an optic, you have Iron Sights. What's it called? Aim assist is so much stronger. Like, there's way more aim assist, it feels like, than when you put on an optic on it. I don't know if that. No, I feel like this is true. I haven't done any like real world testing and all, but every time I go Iron Sights, I can feel the aim assist pull way stronger than when I have even like a red dot. I don't know why that is. But still, I think considering long range meta build, maybe a cleaner optic would have been nice. But it is a very good build. I do like it. It was a 120 ping connection too. So trying to test out long range and 120 ping is never going to be like favorable. But it was decent. I'd recommend. I'll link Exclusive and TrueGameData's channels in the description so you guys can find it out. So yeah, it is a Prestige 13 Prestige rank 650 blueprint reward. Is it any good? Maybe, I don't know, man. If I wasn't on 100 ping connection, I'd be like, yeah, it is a good weapon. But I mean, we we did okay for most part, for the most part. Um, but yeah, I mean, I was no joke over 100 ping every game. Packet burst was going on. Like this game's connections are awful of late, like awful. Um, at least in my region, or at least for me. I don't know about everybody else. For me, it has been. Visually, the blueprint is kind of like okay. It's not anything super like prestigious, you know. So I don't know. I don't think I'd actively recommend going heavy or trying extremely hard to rank up to get to specifically this blueprint. That being said, though, there has been people that have been talking about like what happened last year is the prestige blueprints for each season were awful. Like each rank, the like prestige blueprints that they gave for the ranks, right, were like really bad. And at the very end, they gave the Milsim skin, a Milsim skin as a prestige reward. It wasn't a blueprint, it was a Milsim skin. And for those of you wondering, it's the Milsim skin that I use all the time. It's this one. This is Modern Warfare 2's final prestige reward for hitting max rank in the game. And you got this like Milsim skin, which was kind of sought after by a lot of people. And people have been saying you should try to level up, you should try to level up, even if you don't like these blueprints. You know, if there is a like end of the like rainbow pot of gold, prestige reward, it'll come at the end, right? I'm going to give a little bit of a counter argument to this, why this is probably going to be a stupid thing to be like hopeful for, is yes, maybe they will give a good operator skin for the final prestige in this game, which means season 6 or whatever the final season is, and they'll have like whatever rank 1250 or 1500, whatever the hell it is, right? I don't know what it'll be. I haven't done the calculations. The reason I think this might be a stupid like copium as far as prestige rewards go this year is we don't know if these rewards will carry over to the next game. It might, and if it does, then yeah, maybe that pot of gold at the end of the prestige grind, maybe something good at the very end might be worth it if it carries over to the next game. If it doesn't carry over to the next game, which is very likely considering we've got a lot this year, and next year, the next one's going to be a Black Ops game, so it'll be a different game, a different timeline, and who knows what will or won't carry over, right? If those things don't carry over, then that final pot of gold prestige reward is probably not going to be used more than a couple of weeks until you move on to the next game. Who knows though, if you're a Warzone player, maybe things will carry over in Warzone and then you can use it as an operator or whatever they give at the end, right? So just be wary. From the people saying, oh, these rewards are bad, but grind it out and, maybe something will be good at the end. Yeah, maybe something will be good at the end. But the big question mark is, will that end reward carry forward to the next game where you will actually be able to utilize it to its fullest? That's why, dude, I rock this skin because I only unlocked it at the very end of Modern Warfare 2's life. So if this wasn't a carry forward reward, I would not have even got to use it. Now I'm using it a ton. Great. It's a cool operator skin. But I don't know if things like that will carry forward next year, in the next game. Yeah, all in all, Blueprint is okay. It's nothing special. Camo Coverage was pretty interesting. I'll give it that much. And I think like a combination of my build and like Exclusive's build, where we maintained the visual of the bulk of the Blueprint, and then like kind of combined it with the Camo Coverage, it was pretty cool, man. Like, again, I actually really like this one. This is my build. I don't use the Holger 556, But I might save this as my build. I'll use this as the blueprint basis for my attachment combination, should I ever decide to use the Holger. Looks cool, man. Looks cool. So pros and cons as far as visuals go. It's not the most exciting thing, but combined with some of the camos, it's okay. Mastery camos, not so much, right? It completely wipes the blueprint clear if you're using the mastery camos. So selective camos, it has applicable use as far as visuals go. Build-wise, it's an okay build. A lot of like very useful attachments, but not necessarily great on this particular weapon. Good, very good attachments on other weapons, not great on this one. If nothing else, maybe you can use this the Shadow Strike suppressor. Maybe you can utilize this on like other weapons, right? Thanks to the Frankenstein Gunsmith. So maybe some of these attachments you can like use on other weaponry. Definitely Shadow Strike. The skeletal vertical grip, I don't know if you'd want to use it because it's nothing like super great. But maybe if you want a green suppressor or something, you can throw this one on. So gunsmith wise, you know, like there's potential maybe for some of these attachments, but there are limitations to how you kind of can adjust this weapon as far as that goes. Change the barrel, you're losing like whatever the head of this animal is. I think it's a bird. I don't know. If I'm wrong, correct me. You know, I'll be happy to know what it is actually, but I presume it's a bird. If it's not, let me know. You know, it's cool. I'd be interested in knowing what exactly the design is depicting. I think it's a bird, right? It's got to be like a bird of prey kind of thing. Eagle or like hawk or something. I don't know, whatever. So yeah, all in all, I mean, I appreciate that they've kind of got this kind of prestige reward set that they're doing, right? So if you want the full prestige reward collection that is in this kind of design element, you do need to do your prestiging and like leveling up, just leveling up and earning them every so often. That being said, it's only an okay design. I wouldn't really go so far to say, yeah, this is worthy of like a long grind, you know. I feel like, man, they've actually like in the last few years, they've kind of like shat on the prestige rewards. They've just made it more and more like lackluster, where it used to be something special. Like you prestiging was something difficult and, you know, complex and time consuming and worthy of recognition. So when the games rewarded you for prestiging, they rewarded you with something really nice, right? Whereas of late, with the new prestige system and all, there's no real like, it's just time played, right? There's no like commitment to resetting this or doing anything like that. So prestiging, it becomes more of just namesake. It's not really anything of note. And it seems like they kind of spit on you for it with some of the rewards they give you, right? It's like, yeah, you didn't do anything special. This is what you get. It is still time consuming. It's them committing to your game. Something special, something nice would be appreciated. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm not saying the design element of this. It is a nice design. It is okay. But it could be more interesting. It could be more interesting. I think better camo coverage with the mastery camos. Maybe not looking so kind of like the paint. It looks like a paint job on like a kind of matte black weapon, right? It doesn't look like, it looks like, you know, the cheap white paint jobs that you get, right? Where it's not like particularly anything great as far as the paint job goes. Maybe something like a silver or gold lining instead of just a plain white. And then having the mastery camo react similar to what some of those base camos were doing, where it was taking over the black sections, but the outline stays the same, right? And it kind of pops. The outline popped with a lot of those camos. Like, this blueprint would actually be pretty damn cool with Interstellar, right? Or whatever what is it? It's Interstellar, right? Yeah, this one, right? This camo, and if those lines were still there, it would look actually pretty amazing. It would look pretty amazing, right? Like I said, this looks cool, man. I like it. It has value. And just imagine this, but instead of the red camo, Interstellar, right? That kind of camo coverage would have been really, it would have been nice, dude. It would have been appreciated. It would have at least had value as far as the combination goes. I'm not hating on the blueprint. It's all right. It's a decent build also. Like it does, even though it might not be great attachments for this particular weapon, it is good attachments generally. So maybe some effort was placed in giving a reasonably decent build for the weapon. It's okay. It's okay. See, this is my main concern with the prestige grind is what I said in the beginning. Yeah, we are keeping our fingers crossed that the later prestige rewards are going to get better and better. And hopefully the final prestige reward is going to be great. But how much are we going to actually be able to utilize that prestige reward if things don't carry forward to the next game? Which right now we don't know if it will. We should not expect it to, because in the past that was not a normal thing. There was only something very unique to this Modern Warfare 2 with Modern Warfare 3 because of how the games were like tied so closely together, you know? And, you know, question marks on Warzone players. Maybe there will be value with the carry forward on Warzone. Who knows? But don't keep your fingers, like, don't hope for it. Don't expect it. Hope for it, don't expect it. That's the right way of putting it, you know? You can hope that there'll be something good. We can hope whatever good we get from the final end goal of the prestiging can carry forward. But don't expect that. Don't expect something good. Don't expect it to carry forward, even if it is something you want. But yeah, it's an all right reward. More than anything, I'm kind of like, man, there's so many games that like today is this, like, I just want to get these over with. No joke. This Reloaded update has just made this game miserable to play. So there are a few things I want to cover still before the season ends. And I'm probably not going to play beyond that. Like, I want to play as little COD until they fix whatever they need to fix. Or just not play it at all. But there are things I want to still cover. There's a universal camo I'm trying to earn in Warzone. There's like an Easter egg challenge. The final mastery camo for the weekly challenges or whatever, the weekly completionist challenge. There's that. Whatever reward, if they do another like weapon in season 8, I want to check that. I mean, from the weekly challenge, the week 8 weekly challenge, they've been doing blueprints for that. We'll do a stream for that. So there are a few more things. There are a few more things in season 8 that I want to check out. But yeah, I want to play as little as possible beyond that until they fix whatever they need to fix. Yeah. Yeah, like I was telling you, Harsh, man. Like I don't want to cheese anything, dude. I'm not interested in. Even back in Modern Warfare 2019, I was all for like crossplay being enabled. And back then, like by the end of Modern Warfare 2019, there was a shitload of hackers. Yeah, and then in Black Ops Cold War, there was a ton. I still kept crossplay enabled, right? And I was playing on the PlayStation. I could have very easily disabled it. I don't mind the competition. I don't mind it like so much. It's just like sometimes it feels like the game is unfair. Like it's unfair. And that's when it starts getting to me. Like when every match I'm playing is over 100 ping. That doesn't feel fair, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There are better games. Hopefully they have better servers. And like I said, like I said earlier, also in the stream, I think this year of COD is going to be, I think next year of COD is going to be very different the way I handle coverage for the game. Like, there's a lot of things I'm doing this year, like these blueprint streams and stuff like that, that I will probably not do next year because I don't like doing them. I'm doing it this year, even though I don't like doing them, because I have like this kind of completionist mentality. Like, I started something, I want to complete it. Now, that's not necessarily going to be like, I'm not hell-bent on sticking to that concept. If it doesn't get completed, it won't get completed. It's not a big deal. I'm not like too worried. But for the time being, I do want to at least attempt to complete what I've started with Modern Warfare 3, right? But come next year, I might not be so inclined to carry some of these stream series that I've done, especially if it's trash like this, right? Like, this is not, this weapon wasn't that bad. This weapon wasn't that bad. I struggled with it because I'm just kind of tired of the game and I don't want to deal with it as much. So I'm not quite on my A game all the time anymore. And even the last blueprint that I checked out, it wasn't that bad. Again, I'm not on my A game because I've lost that kind of drive or interest in this game, especially combined with all the negative aspects that Season 3 Reloaded has brought as far as gameplay and connections go. It definitely has a lot to do with like the Season 3 Reloaded trash can server connection nonsense that has kind of like muddied the water. But like I said, beyond that, I plan on reducing some of the like coverage that I do for like COD games because it's just not fun. It's not fun. Like, I don't like covering a blueprint that is more problematic than need be. Like, when I played with my build, when I played with some decent builds, yeah, it's good. When you play with a really bad build, it's like, dude, why am I trying this blueprint out? It's stupid. It's a waste of time. Anyway, and we will truck on this year. And then what is in store for next year, you'll find out. Depends on how much I'm enjoying the game. Maybe I will carry on with some of these nonsense streams because I'm enjoying the game in that time. Maybe things will change, and maybe things will evolve, and maybe things won't. Who knows? Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out my old streams if you haven't already, and I will catch you later. Bye. I'll chat with you. But yeah, prestige rewards aren't that prestigious this year. They're nice, but not super prestigious.